I was pretty upset about that when the announcement first came out, because my partner and I put a lot of effort into designing this experiment.
Almost all senior research projects have been terminated due to COVID-19. However, after schools shuttered, one question remained on a particular group of seniors' minds. What will happen to our research animals?
My expectations were that everything would be dead in the first 2 weeks. Well, I got back into the lab and was surprised that pretty much everything had made it through that initial period.
With the exception of the algae and sea urchins, most of the Oceanography Lab animals have been thriving over the lockdown. They are now being taken care of on a weekly basis by Dr. SHAWN STICKLER, who visits TJ for an hour once a week.
Everybody had good ideas. Everybody was doing good research, and I was excited about the work you guys were doing. So I'm disappointed that we aren't able to finish that work.
Despite being away from the lab and their organisms, the seniors are still finishing up their research papers remotely.
So the introduction was as it would be in a professional paper, and so was the methodology. It got a little weird around the conclusions and the discussion section. So a lot of the conclusion discussion was written in the would have and expect to see.
Although she doesn't have any data in her paper, senior AARUSHI TRIPATHY knows her experiences with the delicate sea urchins will prove useful for future oceanography lab projects.
Especially since I know Dr. Stickler really wants us to input our expertise on how we took care of the sea urchins and what other groups could do better in taking care of the sea urchins. It'll help future projects if we write those assumptions down rather than simply leave the project where it was.
The remaining research animals will either be donated or released into the Chesapeake Bay. Some, such as the crayfish, will stay in the lab for future research endeavors.